Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of For All Ballerz. I'm your host, Wooten II. Today we got a very special guest with us, Isaac Dowling. Isaac, what's going on, dog?
Man, what's up, man? I appreciate you having me.
For sure, bro. For sure, man. So, Isaac, great football player, man. Leader of the Mercer football team, man. All-American linebacker. The accolades can just go on, right? Mm-hmm. But let's go back to your let's go back to your senior year of high school. 3 games into the season, tear your ACL, right? Tell me what was going through your mind at that time.
You know, it was hard, just getting back 3 different reports and they all confirming, a torn ACL. It hurt because you want to be there for your team, you want to make a name for yourself. Me not having as many offers or any offers at the time, I can't really remember. But, I just wanted to make a name for myself. And then early in the season, that happened. So it hurt. I remember going home, the car ride home, crying.
Yeah,
I could not stop crying. It really hurt because, all this work I put in, especially for senior year, I lost it. So, yeah.
Right. So what was your off-season plan looking like, at least going into your senior year of high school?
So we actually just got off a championship from track.
Okay.
So, I was on that 4x1 team. I did shot put, I did discus, and, so that's the best shape I ever felt. And, just running track and then coming in from for football season, I was feeling fast, strong, in them 3 games, like I told you before, like those felt like the best 3 games of my life.
Doing your thing.
I was in the best shape ever. So, I was ready to work, get it going.
Right. So basically you balled out those 3 games. Do you feel like it was enough at that time to get you those kind of offers?
I definitely don't think it was enough, because I still had, a couple of interests from other schools, but, nobody was pulling the trigger and anything. And, just me being undersized, coming from a school that doesn't win as much, Shiloh, it's in the Gwinnett. So, we get a lot of good players from Gwinnett. So, we weren't the best of teams, in the previous years, but, we were 3-0 around that time. We knew that, in our conference, our region, whatever, we were going to get it rolling and make the playoffs and stuff. So, but I still don't think it was enough for an undersized linebacker like me.
All right. So you're undersized linebacker, tore your ACL 3 games into the season, but yet you still found a way to make it to Mercer University, a Division I program. Didn't necessarily start out as hot the first year under Coach Cronick, right? Mm. But now we're one of the top teams in the nation. How do you go from basically just feeling like your world is over, right, football-wise, but yet still finding a way to make it to a Division I program, right? Because you still had that offer from Tuskegee, a few Division II schools, but I'm sure at that time you still wanted to, number one, play college football, but also live out that dream of playing Division I football. So what was that like?
Yeah, like you say, that's just the dream of everyone, just playing D1, going D1. I'm blessed to have, Coach Cronick and his staff, recruit me, because they recruited me at Lenore Ryan. Mm-hmm. So when they came down to Mercer, I took probably one of their last official visits. I had to cancel my visit to Tuskegee, So that weekend, we made plans to go to Mercer. My sister already went here, so I know, like, academically wise, it's a great school. And then, I didn't really know too much about football. I always told her the team wasn't that good or whatever. But hey, I'm here now.
Your sister was telling you that?
No, I was telling her that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was telling her that. But, I'm here now, and I'm thankful for it. I just, through the process, just trusting God, just understanding, that, everything happens for a reason, whether it's bad or good, you don't see it. But in the end, I saw the light, and then, I was thankful for the opportunity.
Definitely, bro. Mm-hmm. Definitely. So basically, your football experience basically been a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Essentially, basically been a roller coaster. And so you got the offer from Mercer University. You committed. Did you commit right after?
That Sunday.
Oh my God! So you one of them.
Yeah.
Just got committed. One of them. Fell in love with the campus, everything. So my guy Isaac, you committed that Sunday. Don't know what's next, right? Mm-hmm. Well, you're about to go to school. On a football scholarship, about to live out your dream. But then you go to college, freshman year in the summer, you're still dealing with some knee issues, right? What was that like for you?
Because after I signed and everything, COVID happens, and I was towards the end of my rehab and everything, but I was still kind of feeling a little pain and everything. I was working at Little Caesar as well, so
I
mean,
did not
just-
know that. What were you doing?
I was doing everything really, you know, because sometimes it's mostly like 2-3 people in the shop, so
Were you
kind of
cooking?
learn. Huh?
Were you cooking?
Yeah, you know, I make some pizzas.
Bruh,
It
I've
ain't
lived
too
with you.
much, bruh.
Isaac, this is the second time I've lived with you. I haven't seen you touch an eye on the stove, a pot, a pan.
Look. Pizzas, that's simple
I
stuff.
just see you
know.
touch a cookout. You talking about you making some little
Hey,
Caesars, man.
pizzas, you know, that's simple. You know, just put the toppings on, put it in the oven. They hot and ready. That's what they say.
I get.
But yeah, I
For sure.
remember just standing in there sometimes, like my knee aching and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But it was during COVID, so you know, a lot of other stuff was going on, so I didn't really go to rehab no more. I was kind of doing it on my own. And then coming to Mercer, you know, they already knew what my injury was and everything, so I had to, you know, get back going. You know, it was kind of tough, you know, fighting through that knee pain and everything. And then, you know, eventually, you know, I just got confident enough to where, you know, I can trust that, you know, my knee is healed, it's fine, you know, because during practice and everything, I had my doubts. I'm like, man, I don't want to make this wrong cut, do this wrong move, my knee plant. You know, I was scared at some point,
Right.
but you know, once I get playing, you know, all that goes out the window. So.
Exactly. I know you be psyching out, man. Little nut job, bro. Well, bro, so you went through those doubts of being on the field and not knowing whether or not you could make those certain cuts, but then fast forward through the summer, you out there lighting it up, man. Putting dudes on a butt, bro, just taking control over the defense, man, as a freshman, 18 years old, taking control over a defense full of 19, 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, you know, and then lighting the nation on fire, right? I know you're trying to be modest, bro, but you lit the nation on fire within those 3 games. We went 0-3, but we played Jacksonville State, Army, and Abilene Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But within those 3 games, you put the whole FCS on alert. All-American as a freshman, right? All-SoCon, all the accolades you can get. But then one of the things that everybody liked to talk about at the time was being a Jerry Rice finalist. What was that like for you, just literally being in the talks of all of the great college football players in the country?
Yeah, it was surreal at the time. You know, I didn't believe in myself. You know, I understood. You know, I made a couple tackles. You know, a couple sacks here and there, but
A couple, brother, you had like 15 tackles, like each game, man. Like talking about a couple, like you did that out the whim, man, against good competition.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it just didn't feel real, you know, for the moment, because you know you're in a conversation, like you said, with one of the best people in the nation. You know, coming in, you know, like we just talked about my injury and everything. You know, me being a freshman as well. You know, not knowing if I'm gonna start, not knowing how my knee is gonna be. You know, it was surreal. But at the end of the day, I know I'm thankful for it. I'm blessed for it. You know, I just enjoy the moment putting my name on the map and also my team on the map. So
Definitely, man. Yeah, you definitely did so, because going on 3 hurt, man.
Especially that last game.
Man, what?
We had it.
I don't know. That hurt just losing that. But man, let me tell y'all, man, we had like 10 o'clock curfews after every game, man.
It was tough.
I mean,
COVID,
it sucks to
COVID
lose.
was tough.
It sucked, man. Like
COVID
it
was
sucked,
tough.
bro. Like, but even like going through all that stuff, I mean, we were trying to find the joy out of everything. You know, Coach Cronick and his staff, they did what they had to do to make sure that we were safe and protected. But I feel like going through that adversity of like having done their 2-month-long camp, right?
Oh man,
Some serious every day, man.
Saturdays,
leaving practice feeling like you played a full game, man. And then going from that, and then basically almost winning the Southern Conference.
Yeah.
Our next season. Well, because when I say next season, I mean that we played 2 seasons in one. So we played in the fall and then we played in the spring.
Yeah.
I unfortunately ended up missing out on that spring season.
Yeah.
I mean, but even in that spring season, man, like that was your defense. At 18 years old, that was all you. But so now you're at the top of your game, right? After year 1, you're at the top. You got all the accolades. And I'm sure in everybody's mind, I'm sure even in yours, you were wondering, what's next? How can I top this? And I'm sure there was some pressure with that, was it not?
Yeah, of course. You know, you just want to be better than you were the next day or whatever. So, I understand, I got the pressure on me and everything. And, sometimes it does get to me, I just want to be that perfect kid, that perfect athlete all the time. But, what I realize is it's not going to happen all the time. I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to miss tackles and everything, but I just got to build my confidence up, keep building that up, and, understand, if I work hard for it, it's going to come. So.
Right. So I hear you talk about missing tackles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because in this program, you do basically everything right. I live with you, so I see you when you ain't doing right, brother. Mm-hmm. But, for the most part, you do everything right, man. So what was your welcome to football moment?
It'll probably be I want to say Jacksonville State, just playing against them, and then them tackles, them old linemen, they huge. Me only being 5'9", I could not get off a block for anything. If I was able, just dip and rip and move and everything, but once they got on to me, latched on to me, man, it tossed me like a rag doll. And then it's just one play it stick out to me. What you call it? Hey, I was on all fours. That quarterback.
You talking about that chat game? That
It's Jacksonville State.
Oh, Jacksonville State?
Yeah,
okay.
What you call it? QB kept the ball. It was me, him, one-on-one. He pulled it. He did a little move, a little shimmy. Hey, he got me on the ground. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I did get up and make the tackle. But that gets me every time.
Yeah, and you said that they kept reposting that highlight.
Yeah,
right?
because it's actually like a little highlight. They did at the end of the game about all my tackles, whatever. So you can see me falling and getting up. So it's like, dang, they got that on camera, but it's all good.
Bro, I mean, for me, it was literally that game as well because it was our first college football game.
Yeah,
and you already know what I'm gonna talk about, man. We started the game off first quarter, right? We get the ball. They kick the ball to Dre Johnson. Mm-hmm. Dre takes about 101 yards to the crib.
Touchdown.
I'm starting in at kick return, but I was like one of the up men, and they kicked it to me 3 times in a row. The first 2 I caught. I mean, keep in mind, remember the weather that game. It was a monsoon. I've never played in the rain like that in my life. They kicked to me the first 2 times, no gloves. Caught it fine, okay? Tried to get upfield, didn't do too much. I was nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. But that third time, they kicked it near out of bounds. I watched it. I thought the ball was gonna bounce out of bounds. That ball, it was like a dead ball. Like they just dud it, but then just stayed still. Man, I'm like, oh snap! I gotta get the ball. My instinct wasn't to necessarily fall on it or nothing like that. I'm thinking, shoot, baby, I'm the number 1 kick turner coming out of state of Tennessee. I'm thinking I'm about to make a play, get going like my boy Dre Johnson. Man, I picked that ball up one hand. I look up, boom! Hey, the boy smacked me instantly, fumbled, man. Coach Cole was sick, man. They took me off that thing the next day.
They did,
man. And I think they had me doing up downs in the meeting room. You know how they get down,
about it. No turnovers. They
ain't play at all, bro. But your success isn't by mistake, right? And obviously, when you're limited in certain areas, right? You can't help what God bless you with at the end of the day. Height, whatever, quickness, speed. You could work on the speed and the strength and all those things, but you can't help your height, right?
Yeah.
But even with that, your success has been phenomenal. But you've had to watch somebody to get to that point, right? Who do you feel like you've emulated your game after?
I'd probably say, my favorite linebacker, Luke Kuechly. Just the way, he studies the game and everything, As a young kid, I wasn't really watching football as much, I go play football, after that go play the game and stuff, I really wasn't in all that analytical stuff and everything, but, as I grew up, I heard about Luke Kuechly, I seen him play and how much time, he spent, watching film and everything, just crafting his game, it really stuck out to me.
So honestly, keep it real, okay? How much do you put into the game, right? As far as extra work, as far as like your diet, film, stretching, push-ups every night. Like, what's your routine? Because I want young people, regardless of their limitations, whether they desire to be an athlete, an artist, rapper, whatever the case may be, they have to understand that there's structure required to be at the top of whatever field you're in. You're going to have some limitations, whether you got a stuttering problem, whatever the case may be. But what is it for you that sets you apart from everyone else?
I think just the time I take, within film and everything, because like you said, you got limitations, size and, height and everything. So, I wouldn't be able to play faster on that field. I may not be the fastest person on the team and everything, but I want you to look at the film and be like, hey, this guy is moving. Like, he looked like 4.4 speed, but, I'm really not in anything. But, just understanding the film, breaking that down. And then, Coach Taylor has really helped me do that and everything, understanding the game. So, just watching film repeatedly, just drawing plays, even the simple stuff we go over in film and everything. I'm still writing that down because, it's not anything that you can't just forget or anything. Like, even the simple stuff, you just want to constantly remind yourself of that because, all that little stuff is going to pay off. So
especially in the games, you never know what they're going to pull out,
Yeah.
Especially if you're playing against an offense like us or an offense like ours, we always going to keep
it's a
on your
lot.
toes.
And, especially with this offense we run, it's a lot of motion, a lot of shift and everything. So, eye discipline, that comes from watching film as well, just be prepared what you're going to see, You can always expect it, sniff it out and anything. So
definitely. I'd say one of the biggest things for me this offseason, I took more control over doing more football or position work this offseason. As a bigger back, you got to be able to move in those tight spaces. My running back trainer, Mario Robinson, back home in Memphis, he always talks about moving in that phone booth, right, making guys miss in that phone booth. So I was making sure I worked on that this offseason. And then also working on my flexibility. You already know I did that hot yoga yesterday.
Yeah.
Kicked my behind, bro. But it made me feel better today as far as, doing the warm-up today. I feel like doing that consistently will definitely help me this season with, injury prevention and being able to move and being more agile. But Big Dog, I got to ask you this question right here. Being a linebacker, okay, you short, but you a throwback linebacker, dog. And throw that out there. Well, dog, being a linebacker, like we talked about, watching guys that you emulate your game after, especially like Luke Kuechly. Who are your top 5 linebackers of all time?
All time?
Yeah. It don't have to
Definitely
be a list. Not in order.
Yeah, not in no specific order. Definitely Kuechly, Ray Lewis, Patrick Willis, he's definitely up there. Who else? What you call it? Let me see who else. What was that? 3 right now?
Yeah, that's 3. You watch Derrick Brooks?
I didn't watch him that much or anything.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's 3 off the top of my head. What you call it? Coach Taylor, he just put me on one of old school linebackers, London Fletcher.
I told you about London Fletcher, bro.
You did too, but Coach Taylor told me first.
No, he didn't.
But yes,
dude, I told you about London Fletcher like 2 years ago, dude.
Hey, well.
I literally told you to watch London Fletcher, bro. When did he put you on London Fletcher? Like 2 months ago?
Nah, it was a while back. He told me, I can't remember exactly.
It
probably wasn't 2 years though.
I told you need to watch London Fletcher and what's my guy name? Devin Bush.
Yeah, I watched Devin Bush.
Michigan, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, London Fletcher, he's a small linebacker too.
Yeah,
so
dude like 5'9", 5'10".
And I just seen a clip of him. Bad.
Yeah, he played for a long time too.
They say he up there with Ray Lewis and about everything.
Yeah,
really.
he in the Hall of Fame, I think.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Is,
so after college, right? What are your plans? And NFL, after football, whatever. What is it? What do you have planned for yourself after college?
The dream is NFL. All the work I put in. Whether it's NFL or even all the new leagues, XFL, USFL. Just get an opportunity to play. Professional. I really want to do that.
Right.
Keep continuing playing football. But if not, I got to take a different path. I just want to. I haven't figured out specifically, but I'm a public health major, so that's all about helping community, building communities, understanding people who are lower levels economically, socially, and understanding just getting them help, medical wise. So I just want to work in that field, just be able to give back some way, somehow, And also recently I thought about just what a coach would be like, just coaching, because I really want to stick around the game and everything. So,
definitely
being a coach, I don't know. It's up in the air.
Man.
It is.
I'm not trying to be living like a nomad, man, traveling all over the place.
It is. It takes some commitment, but
definitely. I mean, with everything, you already know everything's gonna take commitment.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I don't know, man. Being a football coach, so I'm serious, man. For me personally, I'd rather coach wrestling.
Wrestling.
Just you can be more hands on, but
Yeah.
I mean, football. I mean, you got so many guys, and then a lot of guys probably not gonna listen. You just gotta tell them the same thing 50 million times. It just take a lot of patience.
It definitely do.
Like sometimes when the coach be yelling and stuff, I'll be like, yeah, I see why he yelling, But I'm not trying to sound like that guy.
Yeah, it definitely depends on what level. I probably would not do high school. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh no! Oh no! Can't
I want to give back to my high school and everything, but coaching high schoolers, that's tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know how high
They be
schoolers
feeling
are.
themselves, smelling themselves. You was probably like that.
Hey, I'm still the same kid from high school.
Yeah, preacher boy. For sure, man. But as we wrap it up, Isaac, like I said, we like to give a lot of inspiration or a lot of uplift to people that are striving to be the best version of themselves or whatever field they desire, man. So coming from arguably one of the greatest linebackers to come from Mercer University, when he leaves, will be the greatest linebacker to come through Mercer University. What is that uplift that you have for somebody young, old, anybody that is looking for knowledge to be the best?
I just say, one big thing is just believe in yourself. You just got to be confident in what you do. Preparation, breeds confidence as well. So, just trust that, whatever you're doing is for a reason, it's for its purpose. God got a purpose for everyone in this world. You stick to it. It's gonna plan out. It's gonna go your way. But whatever you do, is be confident in what you're doing. Because you're gonna have people that doubt you. You're gonna have people that question what you're doing and everything. But you trust in yourself. You believe that whatever you're doing is right. God gonna take care of you. So.
Always, baby.
Yeah.
Always. God always gonna take care of you, man.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate you, brother,
appreciate
man.
you,
Love you,
man.
bro. Keep
Love
doing your
you
thing,
too,
dog.
man.
Yep.